Okay, so in our last class, we attempted the very first problem, which was about messy data. If you remember, we made use of data validation because I myself, I can remember. So I told us to go read up and also prepare for today, and that in today's class, we are going to move to problem 3. Now, in that very class also, we also looked into problem 2, which was on analyzing user behavior. We made use of the AVERAGEIFS. We compared streaming hours for traditional music lovers aged 18 to 25 versus those aged 40. In that class, we all agreed that this claim by the marketers was not right, but wrong. Their claim was youth hate traditional music. From our findings, youth love traditional music. So for those persons who were not in that meeting, I will also recommend that very class. Just try go through it so you can pick some important points from it. Thank you. So I am thrilled to have you all here once again. I think I got some messages from Mr. Fred that the little delay was due to some off on scene network challenge. All right. Now, for us to be able to approach this once again, let's go to our case study at the top. So just to bring back, more like to remind us of this whole issue. This is AfroBeat Music Store, Africa's answer to Spotify, losing subscribers fast. Users in Lagos, users means their customers. So their customers in Lagos. They also have customers in Nairobi. Nairobi is a town, a city in Kenya. As a matter of fact, that's the capital of Kenya, if I'm right. Accra is in Ghana. Okay. Lagos is in Nigeria. So this AfroBeat Music Store have customers who are using their platform from Lagos. They have those customers who uses their platform from Nairobi. They also have those who uses their platform from Accra. There is a problem. The problem is that these customers are now leaving this platform called AfroBeat Music Store to other platforms, which are like competitors to AfroBeat. So we're now saying that you are working there as a data analyst, and the CEO of this company handed this data to you. This data which contains 10,000 customers. 10,000 customers. So the reason I'm taking this back is because I got a message from Mr. Fred that some students were actually who were not there in class or who came late missed some of these vital points. So this is the data set. We call all of these features. They are what you have here as your column, title headers. Okay, so the only one that is not listed there is this column I, which is unsubscribed. So please add it. If you can add it, or I don't know if you can add it, unsubscribed, column I. If you go back to the case study only highlighted features that stopped at crashes per week. So we are supposed to have another one here under called unsubscribed. So we should not be confused on that. Okay. Okay, so now
It's there.
is it there?
Yes, it is.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Now, the interesting thing about this whole problem was stated here. This is how data analysis works practically. This is a kind of task I myself handle for companies. Now, this company is asking us, they want to know why users, their customers are leaving and how they can win them back. Now, what this means is something we should ask ourselves here in class, every one of us. We should ask ourselves, because there is something I always do. I think I've shared it with some of my previous students. I always tell them, For you to be a very good data analyst who can solve problem on time, adopt what I call the 5W and 1H. Let me bring out my notepad. If you can jot some of the things I'm saying, that's good. 5W and 1H. I hope everyone can see my screen. 5W, 1H. So you know what the W means? The first W is who. Who. So let's take it gradually. Okay. The first W is who. Now, whenever you have a problem before you, you're working remotely, you're working in a company on site, you're working as part of a team on a project, and you have a case before you to solve. One of the things I could recommend for you to do is to apply this method. It works. Now, what is the major problem first? There are two issues here. The first aspect is, why are these customers leaving? Let's push aside how to win them back. We'll talk about that later. Why are they leaving? Now, we will now ask ourselves questions based on this 5W1H. The first question on why are they leaving? So let me write it down. Why are they leaving application? Good. Let's start with who. So you will now ask yourself. This one you ask yourself. I used to ask myself, who? Who are these customers that are leaving? Because before you're telling me to help you uncover is like something that is hidden. I should go and find it, like to reveal. I need to first of all know, who are these people? Who are these customers that are leaving? Now, for me to know this, to answer this who aspect, I will come to the case study or the problem statement and the data set. Because there are what we call metrics. I think I've told us before that what we analyze is metrics. And metrics happen to be quantitative data. That's numeric data. So you come to your data set and then look for it. If we are saying, okay, first, who are these people, these customers leaving? How do we know these customers? You now look for metrics that could give you that information. The first metrics I will see here is their age. If I should be concerned to find out who they are, I have their age here. So I will come here now and put age. This thing I'm saying is because what we want to look at now is problem 3, which talks about identify superfans. This is an issue of frequency and percentile. So I want us to understand this. This is more like setting a foundation so that by the time we are solving this problem, you understand it better. Now let's flow back. Now we are talking about who. And I said the first metrics that I need to be able to, be complete this aspect is age. And I have it here. Another way we know those that are living is through their location. So I will also come here. I know location is text, but I will also include it for descriptive purpose, location. If I also look here, I could also go with their favorite music genre, which is in column E. So I'll also come here and say favorite music genre. So what this means is this. For me, those who are living, who are they? They are those whose age is stated. They are those whose location is stated. They are those whose favorite music genre is also provided. Once I've gotten this, I will come down and look into, we are talking about 5W. The next is what? I will come down here and then look for my what. What are their behaviors? Now that I know those users, those customers who are living, that yes, what was provided, their name was not provided, but their age, their location, their favorite music genre was provided. The next question I will ask myself, which you should ask yourself to be a good data analyst, is the question of what are their behaviors? You see these streaming hours, they are their behaviors. You see these app crashes per week, they are their behaviors. So I will come here now and say, the first behavior here is what? Streaming hours. The second behavior is what? app crashes per week. I move to the next W. What's the next W? It's going to be when. When? Because this is how it works, okay? Please just flow with me. First of all, we want to know who these users are. We said their age gives us that information. Their location, their favorite music genre. Next question we asked ourselves, what are their behavior? If by age, we have different age of these users. Now, what are their behavior? Their behavior are the streaming hours. Their behavior are the app crashes per week data. The next question becomes when. When are they leaving? For that one, we have the dates column here. Because we need to know when they are leaving, when they left. Because by the time you go further on this analysis, you find out that sometimes your analysis will reveal a particular period when a large number of users left. Maybe there was a month when the organization was actually having, it could now lead to why. Why did they leave? In fact, let's not cause a kind of block this. Let's just flow. So when? We said when. When are they leaving? Is there a pattern in the dates? We'll find it. So let's put dates. The next W, because the W must be 5. We are in 3. The next W will be where. So where is now coming back to what? Location again. Where are they located? So for that one, what you will do is to now apply filter on the header of that column. You click on that header. You go to data tab. You click on filter. Then you click here, this drop down, so you can spot it. Okay, there are thousands of methods you can get the unique. Okay, but this is just one of the fastest way. So you can see where they are located. They are located in Accra, Ghana, Lagos, Nairobi. So I'll come here and also put it down. The first is what? That's Nairobi. The next is Lagos, and we also have Accra. Okay. Now the next W, immediately after this, will become Y. We have known who these users are. We have known their behavior. We have known when they are leaving. We have known where they are located. So why? Why are they leaving? Now this is the whole center of everything, because, you know, from the problem statement, that's what we are looking for. We want to know why they are leaving. And until we find why, we have not started. Why are they leaving? Left for you and I, we can decide to complete that answer to guide us. So we can say, okay, maybe they are leaving because of poor app experience. Because if you have read through, you come across app crashes and all that. So definitely one of the reasons might be due to poor app experience. So we can also, just to keep that information there, poor app experience. Another reason could be, now let's put a question mark, because we are asking ourselves, we don't know yet. Another reason may be, since we are told that some of them are fleeing, it's like they are running, you know, to global rivals. That means competitors. There are competitors in town. You know, there are other competitors. So we could also include this. Maybe they are leaving because of what? We can say maybe because of better competitors. Maybe there are better competitors than AfroBeat Music Store. That's why they have discovered, oh, there's another store that does this, does that. Their charges is low. Their app is very easy to use and all of that. So this whole app of a thing is why I would recommend us to there is a course we run here in Miramore called UI UX. Okay, UI talks about user interface. Some of you have opened an app and you love the way the app is. I mean, when you try to use it, you love the interface, the way it's structured, very easy. That's what user interface talks about. The UX aspect talks about the experience. What's your experience and all that. So issues of poor app experience, app crashes, when we look at the foundation, it begins from those who were actually responsible for designing that app. There is always a design and all that they do using Figma and other tools. So those of you who might have done that course, that's a good one for you. But those who have not, it's something you can also advance on maybe when you're done with all this. Okay. Now, once you've figured out the why, that means it's complete. 5W. 1, 2, 3, 4, and what? 5. The next becomes the last, which is H. So H is what we are now going to look next after we have find out why they are leaving. H is this part that says how to win them back. That's the H. How can we win them back? I can see Casey Babyface in class. How can we win them back? I can see Choma. How can we win them back? That's the H. We also have to include that statement. Okay, so we'll come down here. We say H, which talks about how can we win them back. We can say, okay, we can win them back using rewards. We can win them back if our app have better features. This is how a data analyst should be thinking. It should be thinking. Okay, so that's it. Now back to what we want to talk about, which leads us to question problem 3. We are told to identify superfans. Superfans. The problem is that we should reward top 5% of users with free concert tickets. We are told to use frequency to group users into these groups and also to use percentile to find top users. And we are given a drama here that the top user is a Nairobi taxi driver streaming gospel music 12 hours per day. Now, what this shows us already is the fact that our data can reveal surprising insights. Look at such insights. So that's how data, reveals insights for us here. So before we start this, let's go to our curriculum. The first topic here is what is called percentile. Because if we must solve this question tonight, we must first of all understand 2 areas. First, what is known as percentile, and secondly, what is known as what? Frequency. So that's how we'll take it. So let's talk about percentile. What is a percentile? We're talking about statistics here. Tell statistics applications in data analysis. What is a percentile? I would have questions for us, but before I ask us questions I have for us, I just want us to take note of some of these things. You come across percentile somewhere. What is it? Now, you must know this, that percentile is what we call a measure. A measure. Measures within this domain in data analysis, you will come across it when we'll be doing data visualization, all that. You come across finding out what we call measures. Measures are like single results. Just underline that word first, then let's be flowing. Single results. Now, percentile is a measure we use in statistics. Every time we work here, just as we have something here before, I was talking about top 5%. Now, this 5% is a percentage that have been given to you and I. Now, from this 5% does not mean that's the only percentage we have, because definitely it was out of 100. So, we want to find out those values below this 5%. The measure we use is what we call percentile. try as much better to see how I can explain this, okay, so that everyone is going to understand it better. Now, like I said again, percentile is a measure used in statistics to help us find the value below our given percentage. For those persons who understand pidgin English, let me also use pidgin, because I was told by Mr. Fred that some of us complained about some certain things. I think whether the use of grammars. Wetin be percentile? Percentile na one statistical tool wey dey show you the value wey certain percentage of your data fall under. I hope una understand that one. Percentile. We dey talk about percentile. Percentile na one statistical tool wey dey show you the value wey certain percentage of your data fall under. Wetin e dey help you do? E dey help you compare numbers for your data set. Now, when we talk about percentile, we get majorly different types. You get the one we dey call median. That median, now we dey call 50th percentile. Median. Wetin e be? This one na the middle value. So it just be like this. Make we go our data set. If we come this our data set now, make we say we want arrange all the app crashes per week, number of times where app crash for each week here. Make we say we arrange this. Make we say we arrange this from smallest to biggest. Chibi una know how they take do that one. We go use sorting, take do am. We go click on this same arrow. You will come see options, then go come appear. Smallest to biggest, na be this smallest to largest. We go choose that option. Now you see say the smallest na 0, 0, 0. Abeg, make we undo. Undo na Control Z, or you go up here on top your home tab. You will see that button where they bend go that side. So click am. Good. Now make we use another column. Make we use H, for example. Make we use H. Now, I dey talk about the type of percentile. The first one, 50th percentile, we dey call am median. And as I dey explain, I say this one na the middle value. I come dey say if we come arrange this H by clicking on this arrow from small to big, smallest to largest, that means small to big. We don't arrange am now. 50% of these numbers, e go dey below am. The other 50% of these numbers, e go dey above am. So 50th percentile, e dey show you the middle ground of your data. I hope this thing dey very clear. I hope it dey very clear.
Yeah.
Okay. The next type of percentile where we get, now the other one why I been dey talk of. I bet make una no vex. My also, this thing that they use, the method that they use for this class now, now method from instruction from the top. So let me also use, and what do they call it? Is it correct English? Yes, because we have some ogas in the house. We have some students here who are from the UK. There's someone also, 2 persons from Canada. They're all in class. I don't know if Sir Oluwole, are you here, sir? Good evening, sir. Okay. I was talking about 50th percentile. that 50th percentile is the median, half the data, the median, the middle. And I was saying that half the data is below it here, and half the data is above it. That's 50th percentile. The next we always work with is what we call 95th percentile. Now, 95th percentile means 95% of the data is below that value. 95% of the data is below that value. For my pigeon friends, 95 percentile, this one na where 95% of your data go pass this value. So where you dey see this kind of question wey say make we reward top 5%, that means only 5% of our data go pass this value. So now for here, we define the top 5%. Top 5% of anything like our top 5% users where they stream music pass everybody. Why this thing dey important? The reason it dey important be say percentile dey help us identify who be the best or who they do pass others. Like for this our case study here, now percentile we go use find the top 5% of users. We go get free concert tickets. It also they help us spot within other errors too. But we will leave that one first, because sometimes you and I know say people where they do things we know normal. Sometimes, okay, look at this this Nairobi taxi driver for here, where they stream gospel music for 12 hours every day. That thing they normal. You know they normal. So we fit also use things like this when no they normal. The Oyibo grammar. Now wetin we they call outlier. So now if we go do research later, outliers. You know they normal. You know they normal. In fact, see waiting. They like to use Wikipedia because when I've been there school, now they always use study. See waiting talk. See waiting Wikipedia talk for here. So that one that they do research. He say in statistics, an outlier is a what? It's a data point. What are data points? All these elements, all these items, all these little this dot. Now data points then be. So it means say outlier now data points too, now data elements too. But this one, they say that differs, meaning it they different from others. Other observation. Waiting the observation. I don't tell us before. The word observation means row. If we know they call them row, not observation they call them. The same way if we know they call them column, like this column, we they call them field. This one's now observation, row, now observation. So it means say outlier, that data points way different from others. And that's why I say to find those type of things, percentile, they help us to find them. How can somebody they spend 12 hours every day? You know they normal. That's what it be. So make we try understand this thing well, because when we understand them well, it will also help us later as we also practice they go. Now, before we do the practical, because of our time, make we look at the next called frequency. Now we don't know percentile, so that when we come to solve them, you will understand them well. How about frequency? Because now the two things the same we use for here. Frequency. So una fit look into this one too with me. Now, when we talk about frequency now just about to categorize. You look here carefully, you will see what we get here for tax. He say use frequency to group users into what? Casual, fan, super fan. That means to categorize users. All these customers them will be users where they here. This make we go do it in categorize them. So waiting be frequency. Frequency. Now one of the ways where we they take organized data for Excel for data analysis, so that you fit see how many times things they happen. You get times so you go want know, okay, how many times this thing happen? How many people be casual? How many people be super fan? That means you won't find out how the number of times where things they happen. Waiting you need to use na frequency. It they help you group your data into waiting we they call categories. Casual na category, fan na category, super fan na category. Might give us some example. If you get data of how many hours people they stream music as a day for column F, so you fit can group this data like this. We fit say casual. Make casual be where my notepad. We talk about frequency now. In fact, we call them frequency distribution because they distribute the data to different groups. Now, we they say we get data and we want to group this our data because we want to know how many hours people they stream music. So make we say casual. So anybody will go be casual user. It will be those where they stream music between 0 to 10 hours per month. 0 to 10 hours per month. We'll come here, say casual users. 0 to 10 hours per month. The next one for here now, fan. So for fan now, we go also, so these things we they do now it's what they call condition criteria, meaning say for person, for a customer to be group, for us to go add a customer, say, oh yeah, you belong to casual user. That means there must be a condition. This condition now your clients will give you, no be you go former. Okay, you go ask them, say, okay, for so people to be casual users, how many waiting be the condition, how many stream then go down stream. Now then go come tell you, say, those who stream 0 to 10 hours per month, put them as casual. You get those who stream, let's say 10. So make we call these ones fan users. Those who stream between 10 to 20 hours for each month, make we group them as what? Fan users. Then we can't get super fans. So super fans now, your client will come tell you too. Say super fans, make it be those who stream from 20 up. So if you just put 20 above hours, 20 hours above, like this, 20 hours above per month, super fans. And if you go back to this our case here, you see, nothing we won't find though. It's more we'll find those people. Now they say, Amabi, say me will find those super fans. Meaning that those ones we don't patronize. Because for them to view the stream, that means these people need to be appreciated. They need to be appreciated. We need to reward them because you get one course and they call digital marketing. For digital marketing, people where they do then go learn about it and they call customer retention, how to retain your customers. And this now one way now where would they see here, because sometimes you need to reward them. You need to reward those customers where they patronize your business. I'm waiting this case to be about. They give us insight into data analytics, in the marketing aspect too, which is very, very good. So The way we can run this thing now, we will use frequency function for here to count how many of the users fall inside each of this group. Inside casual, how many fall? Inside fan, how many from their streaming hour data, how many fall? Remember, say, when we been talk about our 5W, when we get to what, I tell us, say, what talks about their behavior. So the first way these users, they behave, if you want to know how then they behave, now through the hours and they stream, now they take know how then they behave. And you don't see, say, now one can group them by their behavior for here. How many people they stream between 0 to 10 hours? How many people they stream between 10 to 20 hours? How many people they stream between 20 hours and above? The reason why this thing they important, this frequency important, now because it help us to categorize people for data analysis. It help us to categorize things for data analysis based on their behavior. So for our case, this frequency, it will help us group our users into casual, into fan, into super fans. This way, we fit understand who they enjoy the app small. Because if people they plenty where they be wait for super fan, that means they enjoy the app. Yes. It means that the app no get problem. So now it's our insight suppose reveal. And in fact, when we say who they enjoy the app small or who they enjoy the app, in fact, we can't get three things now. We just come my mind. Anybody where they casual, now those where they enjoy the app small. Casual. Those we go there for fun. Now those where they enjoy the app well. Those where they super fans. Now those where they enjoy the app die. Yeah. If they stream 20 hours above, it means they enjoy the app die. So these things they very important. And I want us make we not just say because of say we just did normal class, make we overlook them. No. We need to study them very well. Concepts will be very important. And it's good to look into it. So as I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, that frequency is a summary of how often different values occur in a data set. And I also said it helps us as data analysts to group data into what we call categories. So all these things here are categories, they call them. Casual category, fan category, super fan category, based on their what? Frequency. We want to understand their behavior. We categorize them. So we can be able to do that. I hope we understand. That's why I can't break down this thing for you. Because if at the end of the day, see how they take find insight to, see how they take, I hope say when I see they hear me. I don't want to go practical now. Enough of talk. Let's solve the problem. Then we'll round up. But before we do it, that's so you go. This is how you go can be. If at the end of the day, many users they for casual group, you know what it mean? It means say them know they use the app well. You know what it mean? Fit be say them know they see waiting the sweet for the app. If at the end of the day, our findings revealed, say many users they for super fan group, what do you mean? It means say them they enjoy the app die. And if that kind of thing happen now, then we fit learn from them how to make the app better for everybody. We learn. So right now, make we do small practice together. So before we do, I beg any question. I beg, may we ask our question so that we'll do the practical before we close for today.
No question for now.
From you, no question. Okay.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay. From a female, let me confirm from a female. Is there any question? Please, if people should, females, please.
No, it's clear.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, so that being said, turn on your system, then let's do this. I hope your system is on. Okay, so okay, all right. So let's go with the first here. First says use frequency to group users into casual, fan, super fan, use percentile. But the first problem here talks about reward top 5% of users. So top 5% will be what? 95th percentile, right? If you were with me, top 5%. Because I told us what 50th means, below. Now 95th will be what? Above. So top 95th percentile. So how do we do it? This is what we'll do. We'll come to our Excel. Let's just write it somewhere. Here, can we write this? Okay, let's keep it here. So this is our top 5% of users. Right. So there is a formula we use, percentile formula. So we'll say equal to percentile. You will now see that it gives us syntax, percentile.inc. The syntax first talks about array. I've told us before, array means what? Range. Array means range. So we'll now move straight and then capture and select the range. Now, what is the array? What is the range? The range is going to be the column with the monthly streaming hours, which is column F. So this becomes our range. The column with the monthly stream. So you take it from the second cell where the data actually appears. You then hold Control Shift down. Can you see? Make sure it goes down because this data have not been cleaned. There's another issue here. We're supposed to have done something. You can see missing values. But nevertheless, let's just go. Because normally if we don't have, this is how we do it. If we don't have any, if we don't have any, where you have missing values like this, you have to refer back to the client. So if the client is saying that's how it is, those people did not provide their information, the response. What do? You fill it with 0. Because I've taught us before that when we talk about missing values, there are different types of missing values. We have MA. So you can do your research later. There are different types. We have MA. Let me just show us here. Just it so that when we are searching, missing at random, that's what we call it. MA. You can see it, missing at random. We have a missing not at random, MNA. Okay, so you can look at all that. So the best way to deal with those things, you just change it to 0. You change it to 0. You just encode it like trying to encode to 0. That's all you just have to do. Okay, so this will now disrupt us a little bit. So what we can do here is to know the beginning. So if you just know the beginning of your cell, that will save you a lot of stress. So everything starts at F2 and ends at, so we can just scroll down. It ends here, F1001. Okay, so that makes it easier. So we can just reference using the cell address. So we say F2 colon F1001. So I hope we have captured it. 1001. So do this alongside with me. So in case I'm not correct, I will have feedback from you. Okay, so comma. K is the percentile, 95%. So you say 0.95. It's your bracket. So don't forget, F2 colon F1001 is the range of the streaming hours. And like I said, since row 1 is the title, the header, don't speak it. Start from where the streaming data begins. 0.95 represents the 95th percentile, because I told you what 95th percentile is. So if I hit enter now, you can see what it gave us, right? This, what it has given, can you all see what it gave us? Hello? It gave us 190.385. Hope we are together.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now what it has given us is the threshold value for the top 5% of our users. Please, can you mute yourself? I think there's a background noise. Good. Now, I will take it again. This result it gave us here, 190.385, becomes what we call the threshold value for the top 5% of what? Users. Now, let us flash back to what I was saying when I was explaining this whole aspect of percentile. If una remember, I tell una about this percentile. And I remember I tell us percentile now one statistical tool where they show you the value where certain, please take note of this word. Now one tool, statistics tool, where they show you the value. Now the value be this. That value where it go show you where certain percentage, the percentage now 5% of your data fall under. Now the value be this. I can't tell us. Say percentile now of 2 types. The first one we they call 50th percentile. And I say 50th, now median, the middle value. So if we arrange our data from small to big, where we do for here, 50% of the numbers go dey below this threshold value. Another 50% go dey above am. Make we try check some of these things. Go dey above am. Now we dey use column F. So if we go arrange this now from small to big, you go see say 50% go dey below am. Another 50% go dey above am. And now 190 we been get, abi, make we go down. You dey see now, you don't see say wetin I been dey talk. This one now we will do small to big, all of them come dey under. You dey see all the ones wey don pass 190, just like that. Then I can't talk about 95th percentile. Say this one now where That means from our question, only 5% of our data go past this value. Only 5% go past this value. And now here, we go find the top 5%. Like our top 5% of users where they stream music pass everybody. So, for example, assuming this result be 50 hours, it go come mean say anybody where they stream more than 50 hours, they the top 5%. Now where the result now 190.385 hours. So it come mean say anybody where they stream above or more than 190.385 now waiting top 5%. It go now go make our top 5%. We understand. If we go this our monthly now, maybe we change this one now, maybe we do them from big to small. You see all these people we stream above 190. See them. This one hip life, this one gospel, this one AfroBeat. You see all these people. Now then go do our top 5%. Everything percentile don't do now for us. Because now 190 now. So we need to, maybe we check the threshold value. 190.385. That's like, in fact, we fit approximate this up here, number group. Just go ahead do them. So 190. So all those people where they above more than, we don't stream more than 190 like this. This one 190.7 and 192. If we say more than, make you people follow. You see from year to year, this now the top what? 5% of users. Now then we go reward with free concerts. Free concerts now then. Hope we understand this.
Please, can you come again?
Okay, from which points?
The 190. I didn't know how you get it.
Okay, can you see the formula? This is what we did there. We want to find out using percentile, 5%. So we said you use percentile.inc. Array is the range. We are looking through those who stream, the number of hours they stream. So I said it's either you select all the column from beginning to end. I was not saying that since we have some missing value that we have not replaced with 0, at least we are supposed to replace it with 0 if there was no valid reason for it. It could be they just did not feel it. Those people did not feel it. That's why we got it missing. But if you don't want to do that, to select it, know your cell, know the number of cells you have there, the address. So we said it's from cell F2. So I put colon F, cell F2 to F1001. So you can see now that it has captured the range. Hello, ma. Let me know if you got it to this point where I am. Okay. So K is now the percentile, 95%. So it says 0.95, close bracket, enter. It gives us 190 hours. I was now saying that this 190 hours is the value for the top 5% of users. I can't give us example. So since this results now 190 hours, it means say any user will be say in don't stream musics more than 190 hours, it will be they our waiting top 5%. Do you get it now? Hello, Machoma, do you get it now?
Yes, I do. Thank you.
You need to get this. So is there anyone else that did not get this? Because This thing now is where our work begin. This is where our work begin, because remember what we are told the main problem is. So if you don't understand this part, better tell me now so that we'll take it again. Remember what the problem said here. It says we should identify super fans. We need that that threshold value now to be able to identify super fans. Let's go and identify super fans. Who are super fans? We stated it now. Those who stream higher, right? Beautiful. Super fan. That means those above this our 95th percentile are super fans. Can you see how we got super fan? We are not going to follow what we guess again. Before we guess, super fans are going to be those who stream what? 20 hours above. But now we will not use this because our percentile have revealed for someone to be a super fan, they must be those who have done what? Streamed above what? 95th percentile, which is 190 hours. So for us to identify these super fans, we are going to use another function we call the if function. If. I think I've explained this if before. I don't know if it's in this class. That if is a function we use to check for conditions. If conditions is met or not met. We use it in Excel to check if a condition is met or not met. This 190 becomes a condition for determining who becomes a super fan. So we have to now check all through the streaming hours column. Who are those who meet this condition? Those who meet it becomes what? Super fan. I hope we understand. So to do this, we'll enter the if formula or function. We'll say equals. Let's just name this identify superfans. So we say equals if. Good. Now, this is what we'll do. We'll come and begin from the first here. Okay, so let's create a new column. Let's create a new column for this now. Come to column J, everyone. Right click on your system, click insert. Name this identify superfans. So you can put your bracket users above the 95th percentile. Click on it, come up to your home tab, click on wrap text. So you have something like this. Okay, beautiful. Good. So let's go again. Equals if. This is the if function. Select it. The first is logical test. Logical test now the condition where we want check. Okay. Logical test now the condition where we want check. Now the and what we want to check. What we want to check. The data we want check if it meets a condition. Now be logical test. So what we want check? We want check all this where they here. So in all these things where they here. So I will select that cell, that first cell. Then what I will come do? I will come say, remember, we say our super fan now those where they stream above the 95th percentile. And our 95th percentile now 190 hours. That means I go use above greater than sign. Where you dey? See, I keep am for here. K5. I don't know where you keep your own. So column K, row 5. Now make we get K5. K na the name of the column. 5 na the name of the row. K5. I will come say comma. They see am. So anybody for this place where be say e stream above 190 hours. Waiting we go call am. Value if true means say anybody wey meet from this logical test will be the condition we want check. Logical test means we want check. So for this F2 greater than K5 we want check. If yes, F2 person data here they above the condition, make a return waiting. That value if true means if they correct, say yes. Make a return if he meets that condition. Now be this value if true. We say yes. If your streaming hours they are above our 95th percentile, will be 190 hours. Make a return waiting. Super fan. And so we'll take no the super fan. We'll come do it like this. Comma. We'll come continue again. Now, as we continue, so it will come do here. We can make them even day easy for us. So, okay. Anybody we no day that category, make it be waiting. Can you just say make it be fan? Put it like this. That's value E force. Your streaming hours, no, they are above that, just like this. Once you don't get this, you're done. You say bracket close. F2. Now the streaming hours for the first customer or the first user. This F2 now the cell address of the first user. K5 now the 95th percentile value where we've been calculate before. Now you get what we go do, because by the time I enter this, you can see say it tell me say this person is a super fan. If I drag the angry rabbit, it tell me say fan. Now maybe we check and well. You go see say yeah, no problem there, yeah, Abi. Hello. Can we look at this? There's a problem here because this user streams above 190. Why is he returning fan? Why is he returning fan? We can see this, right? This is the reason why there's something we used to do. We used to lock our formula before we use angry rabbits, especially in cases where the data is different like this. So this is all we'll do. I don't know why my F2 is not working to bring back this formula. So I will come to my formula bar, that same formula, where we have K5 here. I will lock it. I will lock the cell reference. Because if we come here, look at this. You see that it is now using K7. Can you see? Whereas what is supposed to be here is supposed to be K5. So the thing done like it fled from that place and pick K7. That's why it's returning fan. Sometimes, in fact, if you even go down the more, you'll be seeing it return rubbish. Let's use angry rabbit again. Yeah, now it's bringing super fan. That's why it will be mixing these things. Okay, ask your question, man.
Please, where is the K5? I don't understand this.
Okay, that's a good question. This is the K5, where we have 190. Hello, have you seen it, man?
Yeah, I've seen it. Thank you.
Do you know why it? Do you know why it is K5?
Yes,
Can you
because
tell me?
it's on the row 5.
Speak the language, you. K5 column K. The column is K, and the row is what?
Column 5.
Uh-huh.
The row is K.
No, the column is K.
It's K, then row is 5.
5. If you count it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's in the 5th row. So we'll say K5. Because if I go to another sheet, if I want to pull this same man here, that's what I will do. That's what I will do. K5. And it will pull it. If I come here, I can say equal to K5. And it brought it here, 190. So the address is very important. Now let's move. Now that you understand. I was now saying something here. That this place we're having super fan. When you move down, K5 have changed. Machoma, do you notice it here now? K5 have changed to K8. And this is not right. It's supposed to be K5 all through because that's the condition we are checking. Do you understand this now?
Yes.
Good. So what do? I say we will lock it. We are going to lock this K5 so that it will not be changing. It is not expected to change. To lock it, we will put a dollar sign. That's what we used to lock. You lock the column, so the column will not be moving anyhow. You also lock the row number. Put a dollar sign before it. Enter. If you do this now, it will not misbehave. If you check inside now, K5 remains. K5 remains. So this is how we can now double click on Angry Rabbit. So if we move, can you see all the superfan? Now this is easy because we already sorted all superfan above. Remember when we sorted it, right? So it now makes it easier for us to know our super fan. So that question here that was saying identify super fans, that's what we have done now. We have answered it. Is anyone not clear on this because of time? So we'll move to frequency and we'll wrap up. Understand? Okay, ask your question again, man. Please, let's ask question, no. So I will not say we don't used to ask question.
Continue. She hasn't brought down her hand since that time.
Okay, sir. All right. So that's just it. That's just the way to do it.